A Hospice of the Valley campus is helping provide care to those living with all stages of dementia. And tonight, as part of our monthly AARP-sponsored segment that highlights issues important to older adults in Arizona, we take a look at this new Dementia Care and Education campus. And we welcome Maribeth Gallagher. She's the Dementia Program Director for Hospice of the Valley. Maribeth, good to see you. Thanks for joining us.
Oh, so happy to share the information for our
Well,
community.
let's get right to it. Dementia Care and Education campus. What exactly goes on here?
All right, so you know in Cheers, the place where everybody knows your name
Yes.
and all are welcome and you walk in the door and everybody goes, Norm! That's what the Dementia Care and Education campus is for people living with dementia, for their families, for their friends, for the community to come and learn more about dementia, and where we provide services, a lot of which are free.
And we're talking all stages of dementia,
Yes,
correct?
every type of dementia in all stages. And you know, 50% of people will never receive a formal diagnosis of dementia. So those individuals can come too.
Wow. All right. So let's talk about the education itself. Describe, are there support groups? Are there things going on? What's happening?
There are so many things going on. First, we know that one of the best ways, so what we're trying to do is shatter the stigma associated with dementia and propose that you can live well with dementia. But in order to do that, as Maya Angelou says, when we know better, we do better. So education is key. So we're providing supportive services for free for anybody who is a dementia care partner. And it's in Zoom and also in person. And we provide education and support and link to resources. We also have memory cafes. Do you know what those are?
I do not know what a memory cafe is.
Memory cafes are these places where people with dementia can come and have a blast and feel connected with others. And while they're doing that, these services are for free again. Their loved ones can also come to a support group because they need a sense of connection as well. We also have something called Gather, which I don't know if you've heard about yet.
Let's gather together. Is that what that is?
Yeah.
Yes.
So this is a European model where people with MCI, mild cognitive impairment, meet to connect, to figure out, just having the connection and education about moving forward. And oftentimes support groups have a facilitator, but people with mild cognitive impairment are just fine in doing it on their own. So we've just launched that.
So it's peer-led then?
It's just peer-to-peer.
Yeah. The Memory Cafe, does that allow caregivers maybe a little bit of a break too? I mean, is that kind of part of that plan?
Yes, so, and so if they want, they can come to the support group because it's so vital for them not to feel isolated. But we also have probably, you would want to know about our Adult Day Club.
Sure.
So this is another place where people can come and spend the day singing, dancing, having conversations, and that really allows their partners to be able to leave them there and not feel guilty because they know the person's better for being there.
Right, and can you tell people are better for being there? Do they leave with bigger smiles on their faces?
As a matter of fact, we have on video people who have said, this saves my life. And I don't know if you know about the intergenerational portion of it, but we have a child care right next door.
Wow.
And so twice a day, the preschoolers go to visit the neighbors, the grandmas and the grandpas. And the kids are so happy to be seen and played with. And the people with dementia, they know the kids don't see dementia. They just see a person who lights up.
Oh, that's great. There's the Levine Home Inpatient Care Unit now.
Yeah.
What is that all about?
Okay. So this is under the umbrella of Hospice of the Valley. So I want to make sure people don't misperceive that they need to be dying or near end of life in order to have these services. This is for all of our community, right? But the Levine Home is an inpatient hospice unit that's for people with dementia. So it can be symptom management, or it can be a place perhaps where people come to spend their final days.
So is it well, it could be short-term acute care then?
It's
is that what we're talking about there?
short-term acute care, yes.
Yeah, and around-the-clock care, I would imagine.
Absolutely.
As well. Is there okay, that's kind of at one end of the spectrum. What about in the middle toward like assisted living and these sorts of things? Is that offered?
Yeah, so we also have a small 12-bed assisted living home. And again, what we're trying to do is in every single way push the theory that you can live well with dementia. Why would a person with dementia want to get up in the morning? What brings them joy, meaning, purpose?
Do you have folks that come to this every day?
Do we have? Yeah. So people live in the assisted living.
No, but I mean just to the campus itself, the overall campus. I mean, I would think that would be something you would look forward to and look forward to going to every chance you can get.
Yes, they do. They do. And this, remember, one of these buildings is an education building, right?
Yes.
Because education really is that key. You know, if I'm taking care of my mom and I really want to do this, but I don't know how to help her get in and out of bed, on and off the toilet, all those things. So we have a skills lab. Come in for free and we'll help you learn these things to keep you and the person safe.
How long has this been around?
We've been around since 2022 now.
Okay. All right. Last question, real quickly. Dementia care in general, is it evolving? Is it changing?
Thank God it is.
Yes. Well, you did make it nice and quick. Thank you very much. I appreciate that. All right, Maribeth Gallagher again, Dementia Program Manager, Hospice of the Valley. Where is this located?
This is located on North 44th Street, just south of Indian School. Yeah.
Okay, I got you. All right.
Indianola, yeah.
Oh, yeah. Okay, I got you. It's got the light right there, isn't there?
Yeah, there's a light right there for you.
Maribeth Gallagher, thank you so much. We appreciate it.
Thank you.
Thank you.